So we have lived in the US now for nearly 15 years, but we will admit that there have been times, and there are many times, that we just miss a little bit of what is British, and that is mainly in the food department. So we're going to be starting a series of videos where we are going to show you some of the foodstuffs that we either find here in the US or get imported that keep us going through the years.
So in our first video, we're going to talk about the 11 British snacks that we crave in the US, and they're a taste of home.
Hi, I'm Susie.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Welcome to Here and There with Him and Her. Join us as we talk about all things related to our transatlantic journeys.
So in this video, we're going to talk about the 11 snack foods that give us a taste of home in the USA. So our next category would be treats slash snacks. One thing that we've found readily available through World Market and online sources through the years has been
biscuits. And we do tend to talk about them quite a lot in our videos.
So biscuits is one of those words that has a different meaning in the US to the UK. In the UK, it means cookies and variations on cookies. Obviously, in the US, it's a savory scone, what we call a scone. If you showed one to someone in the UK, they'd go, "Oh, that's a scone or a scone," depending on where you come from. And they are not like our connotation of a biscuit, are they?
And we don't hate. Again, it's just a taste of home, because we do actually have. We do eat, cookies over here, chocolate chip cookies. We do like those and other varieties. But like you said, whenever we fancy a treat or whenever we miss home, and there's a whole selection. We don't have all of the selections here. We
just pick two that are available just because of the time we're recording this.
So the first group, or the first type, are called Jammie Dodgers. So the Jammie Dodger would be a sandwich biscuit, I think we'd call it.
I think we would, yes.
So if you can see, this is not the actual. Is that the actual size?
I think that's a little bit. It's probably close enough.
Close to that size. Yeah. So you would have two biscuits, and in the middle they're sandwiched with a bit of raspberry jam. But it's a bit of a thicker consistency. It's not too runny, is it? And then you can see there's like a little heart shape cut out, or sometimes it's a little circle. Because these are a brand, obviously, you can make sandwich cookies of different ones.
And there are other manufacturers that make them that call them something else, but it's the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, these are specifically Jammie Dodgers.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, you used to get one with like a custard cream and a jam mix, but I can't remember who or what they were.
And then this is, as I said, just one variety. There are other sandwich biscuits that we both like. I tend to like ones that they're chocolate ones called chocolate bourbons. You tend to like a custard cream.
I like a custard cream. Yeah.
I don't hate a custard cream, but
they're very good for dunking.
Yeah. And then
the closest US kind of version of that would be not the chocolate Oreos, the other Oreos.
Oh yeah, you can get like a vanilla
Oreo, yeah.
Oreo. That's kind of like a custard cream. That's a bit sweeter than a custard cream.
Yeah, it's a little bit sweeter, but it's roughly the same idea.
Yeah. But then one of our favourites, and we do tend to, again, bulk buy these whenever we see these.
The evidence would say a lot of other expats' favourites as well are
Tunnock's caramel wafers.
Yeah. So these are a Scottish biscuit or wafer.
Wafer biscuits.
Wafer biscuits. They are very, very popular in the expat community, I would guess, because several times we've gone to World Market or different branches of World Market to buy these things, and then they're all gone. Depleted. They're all gone.
Because I think, like us, they buy 5-6 packets at a time.
Which sounds like hoarding, but it's hoarding. Yeah, okay.
I would say they're very popular back in the UK. I think they make 1 million of these every day or something like that. Yeah. Because they are very tasty.
You can get them in Publix, but it's a different version. It's not the 8-bar. It's like a 5-bar. Must be an export version or something like that. Which, for the price per ratio, we'd rather get the ones in bulk from World Market. The other thing they make, which you don't really see here, are their tea cakes.
I have
Tunnocks
seen them
tea
in World
cakes.
Market.
Yeah,
They're round, so you get a biscuit on the base and a marshmallow and it's covered in chocolate.
with a bit
We
of
didn't
jam
really
in the middle.
describe these. So
Yeah.
these are like layers of milk chocolate and wafers, and
Yeah.
then caramel,
And caramel
sandwiched between
in
them.
between the lot. And it just so happens that we have a Tunnocks caramel wafer bar here just for demonstration purposes, which I will proceed to demonstrate right now.
So yeah, so in the packet there are 8 of these individual bars. I will say these are very nice with a cup of tea, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can zoom in, you can see there's just different layers of wafers and caramel, and it's just yummy.
Very, very nice.
We have tried to share these with some of our American friends, but it's been a bit hit and miss, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I would definitely say though it's worth a try. And again, they are expensive, but it's worth a try because they are, I find, one of my favourite things to have with a cup of tea.
Mm-hmm. Well, talking about biscuits and other snacks, when it comes to Christmas, we always like to push the boat out and get imported some things that would make us have a taste of home. This year, though, with us knowing that we're making our way back to the UK in a few months' time, we didn't go as crazy as we usually do, but we did still treat ourselves a little bit, one of them being...
More biscuits.
More biscuits.
But this is a special box of biscuits. So, I don't know if you can see, these are like what we call celebrations biscuits, maybe, or special occasion biscuits.
Selection box of biscuits.
I mean, this is obviously Christmassy. It's got a big Christmas tree on it. But you can see here, these are decadent chocolate biscuits. So you have different varieties. Some covered with white chocolate, some of them are dark chocolate.
Some have flavours like orange and things like that in them,
and they usually come in a tray with at least 2
of each one.
We have noticed over the time, used to get more.
Yes, the boxes used to be bigger, and certainly when we were kids, we used to get tins of
biscuits.
Tins of biscuits at Christmas.
A good brand would be like a Family Circle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, or McVitie's or whatever. Yeah.
But I think everything, especially everything we're going to be talking about in a few moments, has been subjected to what they call shrinkflation.
That's the word I was looking for before.
Shrinkflation, where, when you had them as a child, you remember them being a lot bigger.
Yeah.
As a chocolate bar or a packet or something like that, and they have since shrunk, which companies...
But the price has remained the same.
The price keeps going up. Yeah. The companies say it's in line with, balanced diet portions and things like that, but we just think they're trying to, we just think they're trying to do us out of extra chocolate.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so what we're going to start with, we're going to talk about crisps, or we're going to talk about chocolate?
So I think we'll go into crisps.
Okay.
So
you've had biscuits, special biscuits, Christmas biscuits. When it comes to Christmas, we tend to get multi-packs, don't we?
Yeah, we tend to splurge on some British crisps throughout the year. So a crisp for us is what the US people would call, the Americans, we would call
potato chips.
Potato chips, yes, or corn chips or whatever.
Yeah.
And we do like the selection over here. We have found things over here that we do enjoy quite a bit, don't we?
Yeah.
But we do, as I said, splurge at Christmas time. So one of my favourite types of crisps are called Monster Munch. So we've got 2 packets of Monster Munch here. They come in different variety of flavours. So this is a pickled onion version. I will be talking about pickled onions, or may have already talked about pickled onions. I can't remember. And this is, what do they call it? What's that one? Spicy, flaming hot.
Now, as a non-aficionado of that particular one, that reminds me of the tomato ketchup flavoured one, but spicy.
Yeah. So these are more corn chips, and they're baked. And there is a third flavour that's quite well known.
The roast beef one, but we've eaten them.
They're one of your favourites, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Monster Munch, they're I'm not going to open the packet, but they're called Monster Munch because they're kind of oversized, and they're supposed to be like claws of a monster or something like that, aren't they?
Yeah. When they first came out back in the 70s, they were long. They were a big packet because they were large corn snacks in them, and probably illegal now flavours and
Yeah.
They used to be a lot crumbly and lots of tasty flavouring at the bottom of the bag, but they
They
don't
are-
seem to have that now.
They kind of changed them a little bit, and then they went back to an original type because I think people were not happy
I have
with
to
the,
say
the refresh.
these are very similar.
I think they come.
Not in size.
I do think they come in the bigger sizes when you buy them individually.
Yeah.
This just happens to be the multi-pack size.
Yeah, because it's a multi-pack size. Yeah.
So then we move on to, speaking of pickled onion, another variety that we only recently found, haven't we? These weren't.
Never used to be available over here. These are more from your childhood than mine.
So these are Space Raiders. So again, these are pickled onion flavour. You can actually get these as a beefy flavour. And I think there's also like a tomato-y one as well.
Yeah.
A spicy one.
Dim memory of that.
The thing about these is that, so crisps as a child, most people, I think I can say this, remember going down to the local shop or maybe on the way home. I used to walk to school and back again, or people who get the bus. You go past a newsagent's or a shop and you stop in and you get some crisps. Now, depending on how much pocket money or allowance you had left, depended on kind of the brand you could go for. Space Raiders are nice. They don't scrimp on flavour. They're tasty, but they're always the cheaper variety. I remember these being 10p. I have no idea what they are now. I know I lived on these type of crisps a lot when I was running out of funds at university at the end of the month. So that's why I kind of particularly am drawn to these, is because they're just a little memory of like, I can still eke out a little bit of a treat at the end of the month or the week, waiting for my pocket money. Going on to a brand that Paul particularly likes. Again, sorry about the crinkling. I should have straightened these out before, shouldn't I? So this is not just a brand, but also your favourite flavour.
Yeah, my favourite flavour of crisp is cheese and onion.
So
Walker's probably the most broadly available flavour of cheese and onion in the UK. There are, in world market, there are other ones. There's an Irish brand called Keogh's. They do a cheese and onion, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't seem to be a flavour that has ever been used in the US market. It's always sour cream
and onion or
cheddar.
Cheese and sour cream or something like that. But they don't seem to have. And it's there is a variety, another brand, should I say, in the UK called Golden Wonder, who had a cheese and onion. It wasn't quite the same cheese and onion.
Well, there were when I was a boy, all those years ago. There was KP, Smith's, there was Golden Wonder, and there was another brand called Tudor as well. Walker's came from sorry, you're getting a lecture here. Walker's came from Leicestershire, and
still do.
They weren't the dominant brand until, I would say, the end of the 1980s, going into the 1990s, when they just started buying up other manufacturers.
So they are quite a big brand now, and they do many different varieties. It just happens to be cheese and onion. And Paul, I like a cheese and onion. I would have. I never had cheese and onion because. Bit of backstory. I was born in America, so I didn't grow up with cheese and onion. I grew up with sour cream and onion. And so when I first moved to the UK as a kid, I was told to try the cheese and onion as the alternative to the sour cream and onion.
Yeah.
And I did fall in love with them, but they do other different flavours, salt and vinegar.
You certainly liked them on the morning of our wedding day, didn't you?
Yes, I had a packet. It was lunch. My mum had made some lunch for us before we left. And I had a packet of cheese and onion crisps with my sandwich. And I may have forgotten to brush my teeth before getting into the car to go to the church. And I screamed at my dad and I said, I never brushed my teeth after my cheese and onion crisps. And he just went, it's all right. They're Paul's favourite. You'll be fine. So, yeah, a little tip there. Please, obviously, drop us a line if you also experience the cheese and onion, because it is quite a different flavour, isn't it, to what we have over here.
Yeah.
Then moving on to just one more that we seem to have available in the house right now. And this is not the actual standard flavour of these, is it?
No, it's not. They usually come in a cheesy flavour, but these are
Quavers.
And these are prawn cocktail flavour, which, how did we worked out yesterday how we're going to
prawn cocktail? Well,
explain this.
The UK people, the British people, I don't know, I keep saying
people.
that, they call prawns shrimp. over in the
No,
America.
it's the other way around.
Oh,
It's what the Americans call shrimp, we call prawns.
yes.
Yeah.
So I think a shrimp cocktail is probably the closest. A prawn cocktail in the UK, I don't eat prawns, so I don't know, but it's kind of a starter, an appetizer, I guess you call it. Very big in the 80s, wasn't it? And it is mixed, the prawns or the shrimp
so
mixed
shelled,
with
boiled prawns
mixed with a
Mary Rose
sauce, which is kind of, I guess it's kind of akin to like the Big Mac sauce.
I think there is a seafood sauce here, but
okay.
it's not as pink.
Yeah.
It's very, very pink Mary Rose.
It is very
sauce.
pink. And it is anyway, the point is that I don't like prawn cocktail, but I do love prawn cocktail crisps. It's a very weird thing. And these are vegan, so all of these, the cheese and onion are vegan. Yeah. Even
the beef ones,
even beef flavored crisps are actually vegan because they don't actually use animal foods. They kind of use a yeast extract, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Anyway, we're giving you too much information here. These are normally cheese flavored, and they're kind of like, again, they're curls, they're baked curls. The thing that a lot of people like about Quavers is that these only are like 99 calories a bag.
I had no idea, and I care even less.
Okay, maybe it's the females when we pay attention to this. These are like 99 calories a bag, and so we feel like we can eat more of them. So, moving on from crisps, which is kind of the savoury part of our treats.
Our Christmas bundle.
We then move into chocolates. Now, I just want to say that we have not found a chocolate variety in the United States that really is akin to British chocolate.
Yeah. Hershey is an acquired taste, and I've never acquired it. I do like Ghirardelli. The Ghirardelli chocolates. So Ghirardelli is, I think it comes from San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Lindor Swiss.
They're Swiss.
Yeah. So I think Ghirardelli is probably the best American chocolate I've ever had. But
I think we just have more milk solids in our chocolate and our milk chocolate.
Yeah,
it tastes creamier and smoother, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a big difference in the way that they're produced. The main thing is the American chocolate can be quite bitter.
Yes,
I would say. And
we probably have enough info for another video here, because there's also a variety of chocolate names, bar names, that are actually similar bars but different names and things. So we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Anyway, so at Christmas time, and this is kind of a prevalent thing for a lot of people, is you get a medley.
Yeah.
Or you get a tub. So there's two.
Tin of chocolates.
Tin of chocolates. It used to be a tin, but now it's a plastic tub. So these are heroes.
For as far as an old fool like me, these are quite a modern.
Yes, they are.
One.
And you can see that these are just kind of mini versions of chocolate bars, like full-size chocolate bars that you can buy in the shop. These aren't really the same as when we grew up. We would have things like Quality Street,
Roses.
Can't think of
anymore.
And they are actual individual, like, candy type sweets, the chocolates.
But made by the big manufacturers.
Yeah, still made by big manufacturers, but they're not something that you get as individuals.
Yeah.
Another variety of the box
now
of
we have
chocolates.
To be careful with, because this was damaged in transit.
Are celebrations. And the reason there's different varieties, it's different companies, isn't it? So
that's Cadbury's and this one's Mars.
So you can see again there's a variety of different chocolate bars. I think we're going to have to spend versions. another video going through like what all of these are.
Yeah.
But
some of the names, if you're in the US, the names of some of these would be familiar.
But they're not the same chocolate bar.
Not the same.
It's a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah. The only one I'd say is the same is Twix.
Yes, Twix
is the only one
that's
the same.
Here and there.
Yeah.
And Kit Kat, actually. Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, yeah.
Anyway, but is Kit Kat a biscuit?
Now,
is Twix a biscuit? A whole other debate. Anyway.
One of the other companies that made chocolates in the UK, and I don't know if they're still made there, but was Galaxy. The Galaxy milk chocolate was very, very decadent and smooth. If you're familiar with the Dove ice cream bars here.
There's a Dove chocolate bar as well. It's similar to that.
It's very similar to that, but this is nicer.
So these are ripples. So these are where, I don't know if you can see in the picture, kind of the chocolate has been folded over itself.
Yeah. So there's lots of air pockets within it.
And Galaxy is a lot, I would say this is a lot creamier of a chocolate.
Yeah.
There are other varieties of chocolate that are all lovely, but this one is, I think, extra creamy.
Yeah, I think they traded on that luxurious brand image, so they do big blocks of their chocolate, and they'd even do little buttons as well.
Little buttons. Yeah. And the other thing that Galaxy are known for in the UK are minstrels, which are kind of like chocolate. It's the chocolate, but in like a hard shell coating of chocolate as well. This
is the American equivalent of it. Surely.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll go on about more chocolates later.
That's for down the road.
Just last thing is what my favourite. These are called Whispers. So a Whisper is a bar of chocolate, and as you can see, it's more of a darker chocolate that it's kind of been aerated. Not as much as an Aero, another type of chocolate, but I get these for myself because you don't really like them.
I'm not a big fan of the Whisper.
So I get these for myself as a bit of a treat, Christmas treat for myself. These are one of those that have shrunk. These are a lot smaller than they used to be.
And these are Cadbury's, aren't they?
These are Cadbury's. Yeah. So again, these are treats that we get in not all the time, but these ones we talked about in the chocolate section and the crisp section there, just to mention, all came from Amazon. So they are quite easily available if you're interested.
Thanks for watching Here and There with Him and Her. That was the 11 snacks that give us a taste of the UK when we're living in the US.
Please make sure you like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Also, please make sure to make a comment. Tell us your favourite British snack. Have you tried any of these? If not, let us know. We can tell you where you can get hold of them. Or if you have a favourite that you have already tried, please share that with us. Please let me know if you also enjoy the pickled onion flavour variety of things. This will be an ongoing series, I think.
Yeah, I think we've got so much things to talk about. There's going to be at least another 2 or 3 of these food-related videos.
So make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, and click the bell for notifications for when another one of these drops. Bye for now. We're off for more tea and biscuits.
Bye.